In today's video, we're going to discuss how to update a 1950s Johnson Evinrude with a lanyard-style kill switch. To make this lanyard kill switch conversion, you'll need a universal lanyard kill switch, some 16-gauge stranded flexible wire, rubber grommets, zip ties, and various crimp-on terminals. I bought a Sea-Dog brand universal kill switch. This diagram shows the coils, points, condenser, spark plug wires, and the addition of the kill wire switch. Points are normally closed for normal operation, but when the points open, the field in the coil collapses and searches for the lowest resistance, which is the spark plug gap. This ingenious kill switch wiring provides a jumper between the points that are open and the closed points. The open points being jumped around prevents collapse of the coil and prevents spark from occurring. Turning the crank 180 degrees has the same effect on the opposite set of points. With the motor cover removed, I chose a suitable location for the kill switch. In the case of the Johnson, it's right at the control panel plate. My plan is to mount this switch in line with the other two items here, the choke, the slow speed mixture, and this is right in line. And there's a notch in the air silencer thing that this unit would sit just tucked in the corner of it, so it's going to poke through and just look like part of the regular control panel. I've drilled a pilot hole for my chassis punch, but you can use a small hole saw and do the same thing. This is just what I chose to do. Pretty tough to do one-handed. Okay, so the punch is through. So I've inserted the switch and tightened the nut and aligned the stop switch with these other two holes. And on the back side, as I described, this fits perfectly in the notch in the air intake silencer. Here's the kill switch, and if you look behind it, you can see this notch in the air intake baffle. It fits perfectly. Plenty of room. This new kill switch has two wires that land on the M terminals, which are the magneto, and they're going to follow this path and follow up with the spark plug wires up into the magneto, and I'll be working on that next. Remove the three screws holding on the recoil unit. Lift the recoil off the power head and set aside. Loosen the flywheel nut with a socket and strap wrench. Use a 3-eared puller and 1/4 20 grade 5 bolts to remove the flywheel. There are plenty of videos about how to do this removal. Use this type of puller, set it up with the 3/4 20 bolts through as configured in this picture, then tighten the center bolt to remove the flywheel. You have to keep the flywheel from rotating, and generally a strap wrench is preferred. This is the magneto with the flywheel removed. The wires going to the kill switch land on the terminals, the same terminals that the condenser and the coil wires land on at the points. Loosen these 4 Phillips head screws. They're captive and won't come out all the way, but then you can lift the magneto off of the engine. The hardest part of this conversion is finding a path to land this kill wire on this screw, get it through the bottom of this plate somewhere, try and follow the spark plug wires and not get smashed in between this brass ring or this bulge that sticks out of the block. I've decided to put one here. This one would poke out here, follow this path, slide through a little tube space here, then follow the spark plug wire around and come out right here. That'll be the first one. Okay, I've selected 2 locations, one right here matching up for later model years and another right here. Now the later models had a little passageway that allowed this wire to go under the coil, but I haven't been able to find it. And I've seen on older models where they put it over the top. So I'm tucking it under these wires to hold it away from the cam, and I'll readjust this wire, and I've crimped on the lug. So I'm adding the wire to the screw post where the condenser and the points are connected. Here's the first kill switch wire connected. See, I've got it landed on the screw post where the condenser and the contact points. Then I've routed it, tucked it in with the wire, and this screw will just clear it right here. And then I have to work the underside to follow the spark plug wires. I'll show you that when I've got that done. Here you can see I've laced the wire. There was a little slot here. Then I crossed over the spark plug wire where there was a gap, tucked in under here, and then between this aluminum casting and the spark plug was another little gap. So that's all nice and tucked in. And then it'll follow the spark plug wires under this here. Place the mag plate back down on top of the engine and then screw down the 4 screws. Place the key back in the crankshaft if you removed it or if it came out with the flywheel. Place the flywheel onto the crankshaft and be sure to align the key with the slot. Install the nut and torque to the specs. This particular engine was a 15 and its torque rating is 35 to 45 foot-pounds. Here you can see the kill wires under the mag plate above the block. This new kill switch has 2 wires that land on the M terminals, which are the magneto, and they're going to follow this path and follow up with the spark plug wires up into the magneto, and I'll be working on that next. Here you can see the connectors and the wire loop that's tie wrapped to the spark plug wires. The 2 wires are landed on the M terminals for the magneto on the kill switch. Lace the wires from the mag plate to the kill switch. The wires follow the spark plug wires up to the mag plate and have a loop. Connectors are taped up now. Here you can see the blue wires are zip tied to the spark plug wires. You can also see the blue wires coming down from the mag plate following the plug wires. Kill switch back in place. I've pulled the cord off the kill switch, and we'll try it again. This motor, when you turn the twist grip all the way to the stop position, but since I put the lanyard in, I didn't want to kill it when I slowed it down to idle. So like if you're coming off plane and you're slowing down, you don't want it to die. So this piece I drilled and tapped, put a stainless steel screw with a stainless spring and washer, and set it up for an idle speed. Here's the lanyard and the kill switch all installed. It looks good. Notice the wristband on my wrist is connected to the lanyard. Thanks for watching, and God bless.